What's going on, you guys? I thought I'd feature a pretty hard workout I did the other day using my new weight vest I picked up and also my Camo Elite Undersun resistance band pack. So kind of matching camo colors here. I'll link both those products down below. I'm loving both these things. This is a perfect workout using the weight vest and resistance bands, especially as you're on vacation like I am. I apologize for the quality of this. My wife's actually was filming this, and I wasn't even going to, but she said, you know, you're doing a workout, might as well film it. So I know it helps you guys out to get some workout ideas. I'll put timestamps down below, links in the description box as well. The workout you can see down below as well. So I'll give you some details as I'm going along here if you guys want to watch this, but if you want to jump right to the workout, you guys can kind of check that out for yourself. You're going to see 3 circuits, more or less 20 repetitions for everything, and then 10 reps for some exercises. My initial plan was 20 reps across the board for 3 sets, and that quickly changed even as I was doing those bodyweight squats. Only did about 20 reps in those bodyweight squats, and as I did that, I'm like, 3 sets for all these things are going to start to get up there and just kind of difficulty. This whole thing took me about 30 minutes. That's with the rest periods included in that. These push-ups weren't too bad, and I did 20 reps here. It wasn't too bad. I would say in general too with that weight vest on. I mean, this really, I'm loving this weight vest, especially for workouts like this. Really was pretty comfortable. I mean, yeah, it definitely makes the workout harder. And after 30 minutes, I mean, I kind of wanted to take it off at that point. But just from shifting different exercise and different positions, the weight vest, it really dissipates that, that stress that's just on your body or maybe specifically your shoulders. I thought it was definitely doable. Here are these rows. I'm just doing 20 repetitions here. You can just see I'm just using the second to highest resistance band on the Undersun band pack. And I whenever like to travel, or if I'm using my resistance bands, I don't have my squat rack next to me, I like to kind of set up just one position. Sometimes if I attach a band on there, I just leave it on there. So as this workout progresses, I'll attach more bands, but I don't like to kind of keep taking them on and off because it can kind of become kind of cumbersome to keep adjusting the height and also just taking the bands on and off. It's just a little bit harder to do, especially if not harder, but especially if you want to keep the workout kind of flowing pretty quickly. So 20 reps here, and after this we're going to be going right back into kind of more of an interval. So meant to be a total body workout, but we're going to do something that is a personal favorite of mine, which are these reverse burpees. Now this one, if you don't have a weight vest, you can totally just it still works out. If it's hard to kind of come back up like this, you can simply roll to your stomach and stand back up, or just do a regular burpee. We will be doing regular burpees later. One warning with this exercise, I kind of tweaked my back a little bit because I was just throwing myself on there, and at some point the weights just kind of dug into the side of my back and just kind of felt a little weird, but I got over it in the middle of the workout. It was totally fine as I went along, but just kind of giving you as a warning, I would go down nice and slow as you kind of reach back. I said this in the last video, you kind of feel like you're like a turtle, just guys, you're kind of almost off the ground when you extend your body weight up. But really good exercise in general. This was one of my personal favorites. I used to like to do back in the day if I was looking for something something like an interval. Really, like I said, anything, if you just go down to the ground, I don't care what you do, just get your body to the ground, lay flat, and stand back up again. Whether you call that a burpee or whatever, that's always just kind of tough to do. So that was the first set of that first circuit, and then I just kind of start that circuit all over again. So I'm just going to let this kind of roll out, and I'll jump back in with you guys at the start of circuit 2. Not really meant to be a full follow-along workout. I was even debating about showing everything, but I know some of you guys do like to kind of use these as kind of follow-along workouts. So I figured I'd put it all out there. You guys can jump ahead if you want to. You could pause the video at certain spots because you're definitely not seeing all the rest periods I took. I think I took at the most a minute rest when I got to a full set, and sometimes between exercises maybe about 30 seconds, especially right around this point in the workout. I was already starting to get a little fatigued, a little bit different as far as what I've been used to, kind of going a little more, I don't know if I'd say lower intensity, just kind of easier, less stressful, less kind of high intensity in the sense of heart rate being up there with workouts. And also, like I said, just the weight vest itself. Loving the weight vest. I'll definitely be incorporating a lot more of this in the future. And the weight vest just made everything, just dialed up everything a little bit harder as well. All right, circuit 2, we're just going to be doing kind of same format. We're going to do legs first, then some sort of a press, then some sort of a pull, and then some sort of a little interval. In this case, in this circuit, it's going to be like a regular burpee. Right here, I'm just doing these single leg step ups. You can call them like a drop step lunge, or just I just call it like a single leg step up with the resistance bands. This is one of my go-to leg exercises if you got a pair of resistance bands just to kind of do in general. So a great exercise, especially for a workout like this that kind of is a little bit not as fast, especially if you got like a weight vest on like this. Definitely a great compliment with a weight vest. But nice work, nice exercise that kind of like just lowers the intensity, nice slow speed, but still difficult. I grabbed like this might be the kind of like the second to last, just before we get to like I would say the third hardest difficulty out of like 5 for the Undersun pack. I think this is like the Undersun medium is what this is called. And you probably could go a little heavier if you wanted to. I can even grab a little lower. At this point, this is kind of, as maybe I've alluded earlier to, this is like kind of the climax of the workout, this second circuit. I designed this workout to be kind of, it ramps up in difficulty, and then the third circuit, it gets a little bit easier. So I did about 10 reps on each leg for that exercise for the lunge. And then here, we're just going to do 20 presses. This is actually the hardest, or whatever the XL band on the Undersun pack. So I just do 20 here. You certainly can go lighter if you wanted to. And also I'll link people always ask about the gloves that I use. If I don't forget, I'll link the gloves down as well, because that just makes everything kind of easier. If you didn't have gloves on, especially for something like this, if you're using a lot of band stuff, it can kind of wear in your hands a little bit. So 20 repetitions here, and I think you'll probably see it here. We're definitely in the second set. I had to take some little pauses because that got kind of tough. I'm definitely feeling it as far as the work in this point in time, and this workout in general kind of motivated me to I should probably include a little bit more of these, even though I do cardio and I do resistance training. Putting them all together like this, I guess you want to call it like a boot camp type of workout, definitely is good to do once in a while, and this was tough. So here I'm doing the pull variation, little subtle variation here, same band that I had earlier. Now I'm just kind of more directly working the lats in kind of like a pull down fashion. So that's what I'm doing here, is kind of getting in a slight angle. And again, with the weight vest on, this gives you a nice little added break with the tension on your shoulders. So just by getting kind of like in this tabletop position, it kind of just lowers that weight from your back. It's easy to kind of almost, I'm tempted to kind of say something here, like even when you're holding this position, you can work your core and your muscles in your torso with the vest, but that goes without saying. My point was just having this vest on, getting in a position like this, you're still working a lot of muscles just in your torso by having this weight vest on. So really cool piece of equipment. Really happy I added this. You'll see probably a lot more of this in the future. Now we're just going into a regular burpee. Now I know some burpee purists out there might say there's different, like what actually counts as a burpee. I don't really know the exact term in that one, but I just I did a few where I went down to like my stomach and pushed up. Then I realized, you know what, I was just too tired, so you can call me lazy, but I just did essentially 20 up and down. So I did some where I did some push-ups in there, but then I just went to going down like a plank, kicking my legs back, standing back up. So maybe not truly a burpee. I'll take it if you guys want to accuse me of that. I did 20 here. I did 20 of the pull downs in that previous set, if you guys didn't get a chance to look down below. And then, so yeah, I mentioned that already. So after these 20 burpees, we're going to start the second circuit all over again for the second set and just repeat everything else I did again. I will add as well, as I'm watching this, you might be wondering how did this felt with the weight vest. Again, weight vest felt totally fine. You see it kind of moving a little bit up and down, I'll bob back and forth, but otherwise weight vest felt totally fine. Maybe I'll put it down below. I should put it down below, but that weight vest is 40 pounds. So just to give you guys an idea what I'm working with there. I'll check back with you guys at the start of circuit 3. All right, most of the hard stuff's done. This is it's still a little tough, but I'm not gonna lie, even as I was doing the curls and some of the exercises here, I just really wanted to kind of get it over with. Heart rate was up at this point, wanted to get this vest off me, even though the vest wasn't really incredibly uncomfortable. Just put the very lightest band in the Undersun pack, and I'm just doing some rear flies, doing 20 of these. I just kind of string it right through the door anchor there, and after I do the 20, I just leave the bands kind of hanging there. And then I'll set up another band here in a second for the curls. But after this, just kind of stand up. You're going to do 20 repetitions now of curls. This is a easier band than I normally do with curls, but you know what? I definitely was taking it because this was still hard enough. This was, I believe, the Undersun medium. I kind of would loop it around a few times in my hands and just kind of increase the tension that way. But just did 20. Wasn't really actually trying to focus on tension like I normally am. I was just kind of setting the rep range in my head, or the goal of 20 in my head, just to kind of get it over with. So if you want to kind of focus more on your arms, you definitely can do that. But if you're following this workout like me, you might be kind of just getting ready to get it over with. So that's kind of how it works. I was just doing this out of pure work. Then put I'm going to say this is the second to lightest band on through the loop there, and I'm just going to do tricep kickbacks. I just kind of grab a little bit higher in the band. Notice that thing's kind of flying in my face a little bit, so eventually I kind of bunch it together, and then I'll just do the tricep kickbacks this way. This felt really good. I know at the end of this workout, my triceps were actually pretty sore and pumped up just from doing it, from the combination of everything all together. So this was kind of a good, I think in general, just a good mix of exercises. So 20 repetitions on the next arm, and then that's pretty much it. I didn't throw any burpee in or any other kind of extra exercise in this one. I was just kind of thinking, especially with time, considering the time the workout went, I thought 30 minutes was kind of like perfect as far as what it generally might take you guys. And I thought just this kind of finishing up with these were good. I was debating almost with this set to maybe do a third, with this circuit to do a third set. But like I said, I've been saying throughout this workout, this was hard for me. It might not look hard as I'm watching this. It looked like this looks like it's maybe not too challenging for me, or at least in my face. But inside, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this over with. Might have been that it was in the morning. I'm just giving myself excuses, but great workout. I know I'll start doing a lot more of these, so you can kind of look for these in the future, for better or for worse. I'd love to hear your feedback. If you guys like this content, want to see more videos like this featuring the weight vest and/or the resistance bands. Again, I apologize for the video content, or just the quality, I should say, but just wanted to give you guys some other workout ideas and stuff to do with just at-home fitness related material. So that's it, you guys. I'll see you in the next video, and thanks again for watching.
Yeah.